Hey, so I'm Ray, and I book around 300 to 400 qualified sales calls a month for my agency. And I want to explain to you guys how you can do the same without buying another 10 grand course that probably won't get you the results that you're looking for. So, from my experience, there are basically only three reasons as to why you're not booking any calls. The first is nobody simply wants what you're selling. Number two, you're just not doing enough of what you're doing to get calls. Or number three, you're not doing anything at all and you're basically just lazy or you're waiting for someone to come and save you. And let's break down the second reason first, which is you're not doing enough of what you're currently doing to book calls. This is a classic problem that most agencies, coaches, and consultants experience. For example, I had a sales call with someone and they said to me, Roman, I've sent 300 emails, I've had no responses, and I've had no book calls. Cold emails don't work for me. I then had another sales call with another client. She's running paid ads for her agency. And she said to me, Roman, I spent $300 on a paid ad campaign. I've got no leads. I've got no book calls. This is not working for me. So are you starting to see the pattern and the problem here? You're simply not doing enough to get to where you want to get to. So you say you want to book 100 sales calls. You say you want to scale your agency past 20, 30, 40, 50, 100K per month, but you're not willing to do the work to get to where you want to get to. So the benchmarks that you should be looking at is, let's say you're doing cold emails for your outreach, right? I say this to all people. You got to have sent at least anywhere between 15 to 20,000 emails to determine if your offer is working or not. If you have not sent 15 to 20,000 emails, you do not have enough data to tell you if your offer is working or not. So just because you've sent 100, 200, 500, 1,000 emails and you haven't gotten any sales calls, just keep sending emails, right? Like, you got to at least send at a high enough volume to determine if what you're offering is actually valuable to the marketplace, right? And it's the exact same with paid advertising. For example, if you've spent a consistent 3, 4, 5K and you haven't booked a call in your calendar, then fair enough, you have enough data and you have enough spend to realize that something isn't working. But if you've only spent 50, 100, 300 bucks on a paid ad campaign, that is simply not enough data to determine if something is working or not. So the number one reason as to why most people don't book enough sales calls in their calendars is they just don't stick it out. They just don't send enough volume. They don't do the work that they're supposed to get to the end result. And think of it like this. If you've sent 2,000 emails and you're deciding to pull the trigger and just stop everything completely, to me, that tells me that your dream life is only worth 2,000 emails. And that's pretty shitty. That means, in my opinion, you probably don't deserve your dream life because you're not willing to work for it. So whether you're doing cold emails, you're doing cold calls, just sending LinkedIn messages, actually do it at scale, at volume. Send 5, 10, 15, 20,000 emails and messages, and then go back to the drawing board and determine if something is working or not. So that addresses reason 2. Not enough volume, so just do more volume, spend more on paid advertising, and actually do enough to get you to your dream life, and don't just quit. But let's say you're in the second bucket of people where, let's say you've already sent 10,000 emails, or you've spent a decent amount on paid advertising, or you've made 5,000 cold calls and you haven't got a book call. If that's the case, then you probably need to reassess two things: the offer that you're selling and the target market. If nobody is booking calls in your calendar and you've sent out volume, then it's safe to assume that nobody wants what you're offering. And I'll give you an example. If you're selling web design, you're probably not going to get clients, you're probably not going to get book calls, and it's going to be incredibly hard for you to scale because web design is such a commoditized service that you're competing with so many people that have better case studies than you, that probably are outpricing you in terms of price to value. And in general, selling web design is just incredibly hard. And so instead, what you need to do is you need to pick a leveraged offer and a proven service that is already selling. And how do you do that? Well, you spend the time, you do market research, you go to the Facebook ad library, you search in whatever service you're interested in, and you see all the active current ads that are running. So it's so simple. Stop selling shit that nobody needs, that nobody's going to buy, that is extremely commoditized, and start actually selling an offer that's targeted towards a very specific pain point to one avatar. So essentially how we structure offers is you pick one pain point, you pick one problem, and you do it for one type of client. There is literally 0 point in trying to get every single business owner as a customer. You must start narrowed. You must actually solve a painful problem for your customers. And that way I will guarantee you'll have a way better leveraged offer and you'll get way more customers than selling some sort of shitty commoditized service. And I'm not saying that all commoditized services are just extremely hard to sell. What I'm saying is you need to focus on building an actual offer that resonates with your target market and is a clear value proposition. By just saying you do lead gen, you do short form editing, you do, copywriting, that is not going to get you the clients, nor is it going to get you the book calls. You must learn and you must understand how do you build great offers that hook your clients on a call with you and then allow you to take them through that sales cycle and close the deal. So learn how to build good, high converting offers, and you will always have a packed calendar no matter what you sell or who you're selling it to or how competitive that current marketplace is. And then you have reason number 3, which is you're not actually doing anything to book calls. And a great example of this is agency owners that focus on their Instagram profile, their LinkedIn profile, their website, their logo, for example. I'm telling you now, you literally don't need any of that. You don't even need a website. You could literally get by with just a landing page. And so you got to actually start to book calls. So commit to yourself, commit to send 100 emails per day, commit to sending 100 LinkedIn DMs per day, commit to spending $30 a day on paid ads for a consistent time period, and go and actually do the work. If you're not focusing on income generating activities, then you won't book calls, you won't get any clients. And so your sole focus right now is to do the work that is required to get to a book call. That might mean writing the email copy. That might mean learning how to build a great offer. It might be researching proven offers. It might be learn how to build a paid ad funnel. It might be learn how to craft high converting ad content. And then you'll slowly start to see that you actually have to do work to get to a book call, right? And so that is it. There is no secret formula. You don't need to pay 10 grand to a coaching offer. That is literally it. Just to recap, just do more of what you're currently doing. And if you're not doing anything, please start sending cold emails, start running paid advertising, do it for a long enough time period. Don't just throw the towel in if you've sent 200 emails and you spent $300 on paid advertising. You need to keep going to a certain point where you can comfortably identify the offer isn't working, but also have the data at hand as proof to show that. And that's it. Have a great offer, do enough cold outreach or enough paid advertising, and do it consistently and do it for a long period of time. I can guarantee you that you will book calls in your calendar. If you need any help in implementing this, you can click the calendar below. We work with a select few clients. We run paid advertising for our customers. But if you need any support in booking more calls for your agency, in building high leverage, high value offers, you can click the calendar below, book a time with myself personally, and we will walk you through exactly how to do this step by step. But to be honest with you guys, you don't need me. You can do this yourself. Just have a good offer, do it at volume, do it consistently, and you will book sales calls for your business.